नमस्कार, मैं हूं नूर। आप देख रहे हैं केकेपी न्यूज।
Shock that despite his ill health, we remember him conducting the parliamentary proceedings when there was a health scare with regards to his heart and he had undergone a surgery. At that time, too, he was back in the chair and he was conducting the proceedings of the House. So this doesn't somehow ring true simply because he was very actively conducting the parliamentary proceedings yesterday. What was the sudden reason for his decision to cite health and step down? And this probably is the first time in history that a vice president has resigned in such a shocking manner. So I'm hoping that we would get to know more when the parliament session begins. But what is most important is that there should be no disruption in the proceedings of the House, in the proceedings of how the work is conducted in his vice president's role, and proceedings of the House by his role as the chairman. No confidence motion that the opposition was forced to move for the first time ever in India's history, parliamentary history, first time ever in the Rajya Sabha, where the opposition was forced to move a no confidence motion with over 50 members of parliament of the opposition signing on the no confidence motion. I happen to be one of them. Because of the partisan manner in which the House was being conducted. So no, he did not take the action on equal measure. It was partisan, and history will record that. With all due respect to the Vice President, with all due respect to the Chairman, we have signed on that no confidence motion. Why he has resigned and the speculation is something which, if we do not need to speculate, it would be for the government to tell us what were the reasons for this sudden change of tack and change of sudden resignation coming from him, because he seemed absolutely in fine health. He's conducting the House. He was present throughout the day. Like I said, even in an earlier health scare, he continued to conduct the proceedings of the House. So it doesn't fit right somehow to give the excuse of to give the reason as prioritizing health. But if he has prioritized his health, I wish him a full and speedy recovery and a long innings ahead. Welcome the discussion hours that have been allocated, but at the same time, considering the monsoon session was the first session of post the Pahalgam terror attacks, post Operation Sindoor, post Mission Sindoor, under which we as parliamentarians went across the world to give our narrative that it is the discussion hours that have been allocated, but at the same time, considering the monsoon session was the first session of post the Pahalgam terror attacks, post Operation Sindoor, post Mission Sindoor, under which we as parliamentarians went across the world to give our narrative that it is for the nation of 1.4 billion people to know through its parliament what really went wrong and how Pahalgam managed to happen. What was the intelligence failure? What were the loopholes that gave the terrorists the ability to come into our land and create this kind of mayhem? We still have the 4 terrorists on the run, so we were hoping that this would be prioritized over every other conduct of the business. And that is what I think the people of the country were expecting. Unfortunately, that didn't seem to be the priority for the government. However, next week we look forward to engaging in a discussion and hoping that we would be able to speak up for the questions that are in the mind of the people of this country, and we'd be able to get answers from the government.
बड़ी खबरें देखने के लिए बने रहें केकेपी न्यूज के साथ। धन्यवाद।